Hey yo, what's going on everybody? Right off the bat, I'm gonna tell you guys it's not looking good. This is probably the most disturbing setup I have ever seen. And I'll tell you that. This is the 4-hour chart. So I'm gonna get over to the chat in a moment. Just setting up the mic here. This 4-hour chart for XRP looks deadly. Not only for XRP, the entire market. Okay, so you know those individuals that when XRP goes down, they're like, oh, look at XRP. It's like they're blind to the entire market. But every single asset right now is on the verge of a dump. There's so many more documents that are still pending, that still haven't been released. People haven't found them yet in regards to Epstein and the ties to crypto. So things are only gonna start heating up. I feel like this is just the tip of the iceberg. I mean, yeah, absolutely gives everybody more time to stack more. And this is the hardest part. Smashing that like button, ladies and gentlemen. Go ahead and smash that like button. We got the live crowd tonight joining us tonight, Thursday, and actually we're gonna go to a huge party after. So with the live crowd. So that being said, when the markets are down and when you're buying the dip, everybody feels like, are you doing the right thing? Am I doing the wrong thing? But in reality, it's just all the FUD that you're hearing, okay? Just keep buying. Do not listen to anything. Okay, as much as that may sound crazy, well, honestly, it's not. You got your winning assets that you have chosen and you are accumulating. That should be your goal. That's it. That is it. Just scrapping up the bottoms right now is what's happening. Playing golf and listening. Let's go. In real life golf or like on the computer? You're on the green. I've never been to the casino, but I've been working on roulette systems, and I'm going to try with $300. Can't true. Sometimes when I ever do go to a casino, it's like a quick roulette table, red or black. I don't really usually, I'm not in there for more than 5 minutes. But that's the way I do it. Shoveling snow and cleaning chandeliers to buy more. Let's go. The crowd loves that. So, like I said, the whole entire crypto ecosystem is at a standstill of all these documents that's coming out and all the individuals that are going to be gone after. A lot of stuff have been, revealed, and people are just hiding from it. To the metals today. I'm not sure what happened to the metals today. I've not been following them. Frankly speaking, I've not followed stocks for years. Obviously, there's opportunity there. But now, and same with, if you guys heard of Coinbase's earnings, pretty crazy. They're down about like 600 million. Yeah, Coinbase misses fourth quarter estimate. Transaction revenue falls below 1 billion. It's incredible. Okay, let's go to the XRP chart here. It's looking really ugly, folks. It's looking ugly. We're going to be backing up so we have one trade open right now for Bitcoin that we're going to be scaling in. This is the one that we opened on yesterday's video. And then we have the XRP trade that is currently down. As you guys know, you guys see the green and you guys also see the red. We're going to see multiple greens very soon, as you guys are going to see me open up some trades here for these generational bottoms. And frankly speaking, you heard Monica Long talk about, adoption, these institutions coming in at scale. Is going to be really interesting to see how that plays out. And I've never really heard Monica ever actually put a bold statement like that saying, we'll see December 31st We'll come back to this December 31st, 2026. I've never heard her say something that bold. And given her role, given her how long she's been there for, and she's the president at Ripple, that's very bullish. That is very bullish, and I think there's just too much going on right now for all of us to digest. Think about it. Think about all the stuff that's going on. Like, I got to take a deep breath when I say this because it's actually just so much. And it's just, people don't understand the magnitude of this. And that is the most, you want to call them important individuals to a point where they have a lot of say in what happens within the world, are just straight up pedophiles. And now they're scrambling. But let's see what their money can do to this ecosystem. Do you think it's go time after the final wick down under $1 wherever? Yes, because here's the thing. So the next move that we see, it's going to be hard in terms of scale with the institutions on the sidelines. There's a lot waiting on the sidelines to come in, and I just cannot see XRP and some of these other digital assets, but we'll use the XRP price point for a moment, just hanging around, 70 cents, 80 cents, 50 cents, or $1, or even $1.30. I just don't for a long, long time. So this wick down is could really be significant, touching 69 cents. Possibility, absolutely. At this point, everything's in play. These two candles you're looking at right now, these 4-hour candles, and if you guys, understand charting a little bit and what these candles mean, these two candles on a 4-hour time frame is not what you want. If we take a look at the daily, oh my goodness. I'm not even trying to make things worse. I have a long open right now, so it's not even but that I gotta try to defend here. But let's see how this turns around. I comment on Ab's YouTube about that price chart being poop. He keeps deleting my comments. I was a supporter, but now I'm not sure what do you mean the price chart. What do you mean by that exactly? The chart for XRP looks bad is what you're saying? Just confirm that. I not long. I cannot see it staying at low levels for long. But it would be the final wick down, in my opinion. It's like I said, always just zoom out and look at the bigger picture, and you look at the market cap at $2.2 trillion for this whole crypto ecosystem. Please understand that $2.2 trillion is not even peanuts. It's dirt when you're talking about real economic activity coming on chain. This 2.2 trillion is pretty much retail tapped out with VCs and some of these banks that are involved right now. It's very, very small capital in this ecosystem. Yeah, I mean, we got to prepare for it. The charts are not looking good. They're calling lower lows for XRP, so it's going to be interesting to see how it pans out. Canton's good. They've been in the game for a long time. Their token came out recently, so that's the thing. So Canton may have hit everybody by surprise, but they've been around, and their ticker name is CC. They've been around for a while, and they have been in part of research papers with the IMF and other organizations, NGOs, for years now, and they launched their coin just give or take, I believe it was like 3 months ago. It was not long ago at all. So I would say maximum 4 months ago. But as you guys could see, XRP is just in this is the 15-minute time frame, so we're just in this channel. You guys could, I'm not going to draw the lines, but you could just kind of see it right here. But these are just market makers right now that are completely having an algorithm that's already in place into these charts. So I think this algorithm is going down. Okay, so it's not what everybody wants to hear. For accumulating, yes. Trading, it's different. Entries, oh my goodness, folks. It's going to be so crazy because, look, we're over here. We're documenting. We're doing a live stream at XRP at $1.36. And this year, we're all going to be here, all of us, seeing this. And XRP is going to be a lot higher than this. So remember how the chat is now. And then just remember when XRP does reach all-time highs and when we're doing the lives, it's going to be crazy. Just think about it that way, okay? So I want you guys to be excited for what's ahead. Stop worrying about this day-to-day price action, please. Stop. And it's just, I know it's tough, but I don't know how long you guys have all held for. The longer, the better, I always say. I mean, that sounded so wrong, but the longer it takes for an asset to find its space in the markets and actually like create a dent with it, it's better for the ecosystem, right? Getting all these banks on board, educating them, letting them learn, letting them see it. Remember, Ripple's biggest technique and biggest hook was getting these banks involved on their fiat on-ramps, right? So getting them comfortable with utilizing fiat. So their on-ramps would be fiat, but the layer underneath it would not be fiat, but they would bring it in a very traditional, regulated way where they can still use it. But after they do that, that's when you flip the switch to ODL, baby. And that is your on-demand liquidity. I got some music here. Give me 1 second. Let me see what this is. Let me see. Let me see if you guys like this music in the background. Me talking. Maybe not. Maybe it's a little bit too much. Maybe you guys can't hear it, but let me know. This is nothing compared to those long years in the SEC. I still remember when the SEC email came out. And I'm like, this is gonna get me on my desk dancing. I asked our lead art director for some music for the live stream, and he thought, I guess, we were all dancing tonight, but why don't we go with it? XRP's at $1.36. If this falls down, this song would kind of fulfill that purpose. All right, everybody. It's not Bad Bunny. The first beat. This gives me like the vibe of. I'm not gonna lie. I got my hips moving here. I gotta change this here. There we go. That song had me going. The crowd's in here too. They're waiting for the party. We should have passed 100 a long time ago. No, I don't think we should have. I mean, I wish, we hope, but I don't think it would have. We're still very early. We're in the early days of the good stage. Okay, just look at it that way. And ladies and gentlemen, can we go ahead and smash that like button? We got 170 viewers, 59 people like that. Just please, for the algo. What do you think of my comment? Where is your comment? I gotta scroll up. I can't see it. I don't know where it is. Sorry, I lost you. Sabosa's in the house saying, sup, guys. Not much, man. We're just here watching the price of XRP tease us. Because, I would be shocked if it doesn't come down. So I'm not going to open a short. Maybe I will. Because I already have a long open on XRP right now with USDT pair. So I might do a USDC perpetual trade. But let's see. Let's take a look. I think it's going to test it again. But in going into the weekend, oh my goodness, I totally forgot. We're going into the weekend. Today's Thursday. Okay, listen, if we're going to keep this up going into the weekend, 100% XRP is going to dip below $1.30. Okay, you heard it here first. If this momentum keeps up, if we don't see any sort of CPR to the market, okay, if I could do it, I would. I don't know. It's not, like I said, I tell you guys, whenever the markets dump, you know, I always say, you know, who's selling? It's not us, right? And when the markets are buying, you're not making the markets move, right? I'm not making the market move with my millions of dollars of buys on a daily basis. And what is going to make the markets move? Utility. These assets being utilized within the infrastructure. And this song came up as soon as I was trying to say something serious. But yeah, absolutely crazy. Why don't we get some epic Epstein documents with this song on? Pretty sure this is what he liked when he was on those massage tables. So here we have Epstein. Pretty much saying, Daddy, Ripple just came into the ecosystem, and I think we should go after them because we can't have two horses in the same race. Incredible. There's so many. It's so bad, folks. It's so bad. All right, we're gonna change this song. I'm not gonna lie. When that song comes on, like my hips start moving. I don't want to move. It just automatically gets me to start dancing. Major weekend dip. I think so. I think we're gonna see. Yo, 24s. Have you ever been to Brockville? Brockville, where? Like in Ontario? Yeah, those hips, man. I don't know. Like.
I'm sorry. What?
I'm sorry. What? Yeah, we gotta put that. Oh, you know what I was actually gonna do? I was gonna play some pump games. I was gonna get some pump games, but no. Why would you think it will come down? Why does it need to go lower? Just going based off of the charts, going just over the market sentiment, going over the geopolitical events that are taking place, and like I said, the chart is not looking bullish. If you were kind of do any kind of DTA, but I've been in the ecosystem for so long. These market makers at this point are kind of readable at this point, and we could see, don't forget the fake out to the upside and right back down. That's like where we are right now. Okay, this is the calm before the storm. And when I say that, like, what I mean is when the institutions come in here and utilize these networks have their native tokens that are going to be utilized to maintain the protocol. Okay, and you cannot manipulate these assets in prices when they're being utilized in daily transactions and real economic value. So this is something that we have not seen, and we're all going to see. And when it does happen, our lives are going to get crazy. That's awesome, because when I said our lives, it also sounded like our lives. Like I meant the live streams and our lives are going to get crazy. You guys will see it. It's going to be absolutely crazy. You know, just sitting here able to document an asset that's at $1.35 and logically understanding that mathematically this asset has to go to $10, $20, $30 and we're all going to see it. It's just probably the most exciting thing about life. Like, I kid you guys not, you know? Like, having an objective is the best thing in life, and that's why I always tell you guys, have an objective of how much XRP you want to accumulate and keep working towards that goal until before the XRP price moves. Because 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, $100 is going to happen 100%. We're going to an ecosystem where it's going to be a multi-trillion-dollar ecosystem. We're at $2 trillion. This thing is going to go to $20 trillion before any of you guys die, okay? So please just go to the gym every single day, keep your heart rate up, stay healthy, and we're all going to see $20 trillion. And when we see $20 trillion in this crypto ecosystem, okay, look at the extreme fear. It's at 8. My goodness, the crowd loves that. So what I say, 20 trillion, right? Where is that going to flow into, right? Where is that going to flow into? Bitcoin right now is, this is the best part. I love saying this, and I hope you guys understand it now, with all the evidence that is unfolding and the origins and the backers and the founders. Bitcoin's at a $1.3 trillion market capitalization based off of full narrative, speculation, and hopium. And it's crazy that they say XRP holders are hopium filled. No. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, after I said all those things about Bitcoin, I'm like, oh my goodness, this thing is actually, it is. Like, that's what it is. That's what it is. I always tell you guys this, okay? Please understand this, okay? Please. I want nobody leave and listen to this part. The fact that Bitcoin has got its name where it's like, obviously it was the first coin, but the thing is the world billionaires were the ones that got into this ecosystem and propped it up. So when, let's say, for example, if we all had, okay, I'll tell you this right now. All 200 of us come in here with $10 million each. Okay, you know what? Let's say $1 billion. Let's say $1 billion. So all of us have $1 billion, 200 of us, and we're talking about a $200 billion, okay? No more, whatever. And we put the narrative behind a coin called, for example, I'm going to use my coin, Salute, SLT. Do you understand the narrative you do with $200 billion? How long you drag that out? And then on top of that, give me 1 second, we print fiat out of thin air. We create something called USDT, and we add more value and dollars to the market. But everything to that, there's so much more to it. But that's what they did with Bitcoin. That's why it has $1.2 trillion. But XRP's market capitalization going to $10 trillion, $5 trillion is 100% is going to happen. It's so crazy to me that people do not see that. Okay, you guys could screen. Well, there's no point of screen recording this because the videos will be here. We're all going to get to see it. And man, it's going to be so crazy, folks. Do you guys do that too sometimes when you guys really think about like how crazy this is going to get? And yes, Salute is on 2bit, indeed. Salute is on 2bit. If you guys haven't checked out Salute on 2bit, the link is in the description down below, ladies and gentlemen. It is on. We'll get this up in a second. Where's the markets here? We'll do spot in a moment for it. There is no point of telling people. There is no point of telling people. Because, first of all, there's so much information to digest and understand. And that's the other thing. I tell you guys, we've had like an educational marathon on this YouTube channel, like Crypto University, pretty much, really understanding everything. All the IMF documents that we went through, the BIS documents, the World Bank documents, the World Economic Forum documents, those are working papers. So they're released by the World Economic Forum. It doesn't mean they're bad. They're working papers with all the world elites that are taking part in it, like telling you guys everything. Like there's so much, that cannot be put all into one video, but the information that we have garnered is immense. There's too much to, you say one thing, you got to explain another. If you explain that thing, if they understand it, you got to explain another aspect of it. There's just too much. There's too much. I do not have an XLM bag. I made multiple videos on why I don't hold XLM. So if you type in Google, YouTube 24 hours crypto XLM, it should pick up on the history. But no, I do not own any XLM. Yeah, that's awesome, man. I mean, yeah, and it's reality. The information is crazy. This is not your typical language that people speak. You know, 99.9% of the world's population does not even know what the BIS Innovation Hub is. And it's so sad that we even have to say that. You know, go tomorrow, wherever you are, be like, I don't even know how you're going to ask a question like this, but ask them, do you know what the BIS Innovation Hub is? And they won't. And there's so many more NGOs. Like, remember the G30? Like the group of 30 with Mark Carney and all the guys that are pretty much, some of them are prime minister. Oh my God. They're both prime ministers now. Mark Carney and Tharap Pashamana, whatever his name is, in Singapore. Oh my God, I can't breathe. That is absolutely insane. Folks, man, this new world order that's coming and what XRP is going to do, we are so right. Like, I don't even know how to explain it. Like, it's going to feel so good when it happens. That's all I got to say. It's going to feel so good. So look at these numbers as an opportunity and as a blessing. And for the individuals that are joining us right now, welcome. We're talking about how XRP is looking like it's actually going to keep on going lower. The 4-hour time frame for XRP is not looking good. The daily is not looking good. If we see a move in the markets, you're going to hear about it on Twitter, on X, because it's going to be moved with a narrative. This market is not going to just move without a narrative. So let's see what narrative could potentially move these markets. But right now, the markets are not looking good. It is looking extremely weak. It is definitely oversold to a certain extent. But the weekly candle is not looking good either. So that's the really thing that I'm not liking here. The weekly candle is not looking good. It's not looking good. It's not what I want to say, but
I'm sorry. What?
You know, it's not what I want to say, but it's not looking good. And I have a long position open, right? As you guys could see, we're opening up these generational bottoms. We opened this a while ago, so we're going to defend it, and we're going to be entering more positions. I just started opening up the Bitcoin one that we're going to slowly scale in. My liquidation price is $44,000 per Bitcoin. So I really don't think it'll hit 44,000, maybe 50,000, maybe 47,000, but 44,000 per Bitcoin would be absolutely bananas. And if that happens, that means that we have more confirmation that the pedo coin is more real and real and real. Like, we need we're going to see maybe potential more Epstein files talk about Bitcoin and more parts to it. So let's see. Stoffer saying 35K per Bitcoin. So I might open some shorts to outweigh my long that I have on XRP on USDC perpetual. So at the end of the day, it's a win-win at one point. But just to kind of defend this. But all I know is the reversal for this and the multiple trades are going to be open. You guys saw when we were doing the live streams when the markets were actually going crazy, give or take 6-7 months ago. And we had about Hedera, Ondo, every trade possible open. Ethereum, that was a crazy trade for Ethereum. Even the BNB trade, folks, that was open for 7 months. 7 months. Crazy. It's all planned, right? Sorry, Giovanna. I don't know if I'm not sure what that is pertaining to. I missed whatever the first two parts, but you should grab QNT at these prices. I know, I'm not even kidding. It crossed my mind. It actually did. Okay, I'm gonna guess what the price is. I'm gonna say the price is at $64. I have not seen it for a very long time. QNT. $68. Okay, so I was close. So these guys at Axelar is actually disgusting right now. This is crazy. I'm gonna take a look at Axelar for a second on Twitter here, because common free common prefix has been maintaining their network, and on top of that, they're still being utilized right now. There was an announcement a couple days ago in regards to Axelar and Ripple. So let's take a look. December 15th that's their pin comment. February 11th. Oh no, these guys are very active and they have their full 2026 roadmap. So I'm still bullish on Axelar. They have been battle tested in the billions of transactions and value transacted on the Axelar network. So I don't see this thing going anywhere anytime soon. Where's my chat? Yeah, H-bar. Listen, buying at these prices, it's never going to feel good. That's the whole point of the game. That's the whole point of the game. You know, these are the moments that people are fearful and they don't buy it because they think it's going to keep on going lower or they think that it's never going to go back up. Right? You just got to know what you are buying. You got to be convinced in what you're buying, and you got to understand what you're buying, and you got to understand what it's going to do. So once you have that done, I mean, what else are you going to put your money into? Please answer me that. What else are you going to put your money into? What else is there? I mean, if you're putting your money into mutual funds or GICs, like there's no point. If you have your money, in my opinion, at a bank is the craziest thing that I've heard. I mean, obviously for day-to-day living, yes. But I'm talking about like having big chunks of capital sitting in banks and investments. You're in an investment bubble right now, okay? Think about it right now. All the money that you have in the bank, okay, your stocks, those are in an investment bubble at $100 trillion. Think about it from that perspective. When you think about it from that perspective, things change a little bit, okay? My assets are worth this much at the current market bubble that is over $100 trillion, okay, in the stock market. Well, I have that opportunity in a brand new market that's starting at $2.2 trillion, but a lot of people have fear and doubt over it, thinking that it's going to fail. I can cash out right now at the top of the bubble for the stock market. Like, I'm not even kidding. Are you ready for this? I had no idea the Dow was at $50,000. Okay, I had no idea that the Dow was at $50,000. That thing flew. I remember in my private banking days, it would fluctuate between like 19, 20. And I thought, you know, seeing 20K was like, whoa, that's crazy. Is this thing going to keep on going up? And then now we're at 50. Wow, that was a very, very quick. That was very quick. But yeah, like and then you're going to re-enter in a brand new stock market 2.0 at $2.2 trillion. In my opinion, that's it's a no-brainer. Yo, what up, Vinny? What up, Crypto Danik? But yeah, you gotta just you gotta buy it. You gotta just buy it and hold it. But let's take a look. We've been streaming here for 34 minutes. I think my hips are hurting here. So you know what that means. We gotta do a stress test. No, not a stress test. We gotta do a stretch break for the audience. All right, everybody, put your hands up. Yes. We're going to celebrate the fear index on this Thursday, February 12th. And we're going to go ahead and celebrate a mean XRP chart. Okay. Party's done. Party's done. I never said my lips are hurting. Maybe that was your mom in the background, but I did not say my lips are hurting. Who said my lips were hurting? But XRP is showing a little bit of life. XRP is showing A little bit of life in the 4 hour. Not gonna lie, we'll take it. We will take it. We will take it. If I did, that's crazy. That's actually crazy. Put me in the next music vid. Yeah, if you guys want to be a part of the next music video in one of the salute video, it's $50,000. No, I'm just kidding. That's such a stupid joke. But no, we definitely can. I think what's going to happen, we'll probably arrange to get some of the community members in the videos. I think that'll be very, very cool. Oh, yeah, that'll be so cool. So you guys could either submit your faces. That would be actually cool. I think we'll get you guys to submit your faces if you guys want. I mean, you don't have to, but I think that's cool. It'll be very discretionary. Just your face. If you want just your face, yeah, why don't we do that? I think we're going to do that. That'll be cool. We'll put people's faces in the video. That'll be cool. And then we'll even start like a fight. We'll start like a mosh pit too. I'm long to 156. Your entry? Yeah, we'll do that. Yeah, you could use whatever. We'll put whatever. As long as like you see yourself and it makes you happy, there you go. I mean, other people looking at you is not going to be like, oh, that's that. I think that's that guy from Twitter. Like if you put your real face, you know, then like it's just for you to see. So that's all it is. Oh, I said my hips. My hips are moving. Oh, yes, I said my hips are hurting. Yeah, so yeah, you clearly heard. That's sus. Well, let's see. I've never heard this one, so let's see what this is. Oh, this is much better. Tell AI to make my face look hotter because I'm ugly. Oh, don't say that. Don't say that. The crowd doesn't like that. Don't say that. What are your plans for the 14th? I don't know. Probably just come on here, have an orgy with all you guys. I think that's probably the best idea. I'm sure you guys would all like that anyways. Let's see what the prices do. It's either going to be a broke Valentine or it's going to be a Rico Valentine. So we'll see how it goes. No, honestly though, at this point, knowing everything that we know, understanding what the our XRP does, there is like I said, there is zero doubt in me, and there has never been doubt in me. And the craziest part is, remember, I really have to make a really good video about this. And I got to put some of my videos on Twitter because there's a completely different crowd there. But they wanted Ripple and XRP gone. Okay, these Epstein billionaire cults. They wanted Ripple and XRP gone because these guys were doing it by the books. They didn't have, like, I don't know what kind of stuff happened behind the scenes in terms of Ripple in the early days of the inception of the moving of the tokenomics. But majority of it is under escrow and everything is tracked in terms of internally. They're doing this the right way since day one. And they were tracking it and they had everything to prove it. But Ethereum, Bitcoin, and Tether, they were never doing it the right way since day one. Okay, remember the early investors, the early ICO investors into Ethereum were the Bitcoin whales that got into Bitcoin early. And majority of those are individuals like Austin Hill. And there is an email that I need to go look for, and I saw it. Maybe I have it up here, but I have like 80 different tabs open. That he said he has gathered up about $30 billion from 30 billionaires, a bunch of money, and he was gonna create portfolios for them. Okay, and this was even getting the Ethereum at a lower rate. So same with Bitcoin, Ethereum, like the Tether being printed out of thin air. These things are real, and it's crazy that it's actually all being, talked about now, because we've been talking about that for a long time in regards to Tether and all the stuff that, I always say, I told you guys I own Bitcoin, I'm bullish Bitcoin, but like, please tell me, like, where is the value in Bitcoin? When people tell me it's going to go to $1 million, sure. If the narrative, if the big guys want to do it, they're going to do it. Because realistically, at the end of the day, if Michael Saylor comes out, BlackRock comes out, and they all say that they don't think Bitcoin is the one, Bitcoin's going to go to zero. Bitcoin has only gotten to where it's at today based off of its narrative of scarcity of 21 million Bitcoin. But in reality, there's still a back door to Bitcoin. And before you call me crazy, listen to me. I've talked about this once, but I'll say it again. Remember, there was 85 billion Bitcoin that was minted out of thin air. And that happened when Satoshi was here. People were panicking, the early core developers of Bitcoin, and they went to Reddit, and they were talking about it, and they were trying to put a fix to it. Satoshi comes out saying, I'm looking into it. And then a couple hours later, he says he patches it. And now the 85 billion is gone and it's 21 million Bitcoin. Okay? And you have to think for yourself, at the time, Satoshi was the creator, right, of all of this. He was the genius behind this. So if you were Satoshi, wouldn't you try to see if the asset that you have created has a back door and more Bitcoin could be printed? Like, this is all on the blockchain. 85 billion Bitcoin was created out of thin air, and it was patched by Satoshi. So, I don't know why people don't talk about this. It's so crazy to me. We're gonna start ending this off soon. Yeah, no, we delete the scam comments. Sorry, maybe I stopped talking there for a second. Maybe that's why you don't hear me. Can you guys hear me? Or maybe your headphones are on mute. But no. I don't think Epstein is Satoshi. I don't think that. But I am 100% sure. Call me delusional. Unsubscribe if you want. I think Epstein is alive. Okay? There is... Oh my God. Yeah, I think Epstein is alive, and I don't care if he's alive. I don't care what he does. Okay, I can't control what he does. I can't control what they do. None of us could do. Okay, if we could have controlled something, I would have stopped everybody from taking the vaccines. I would have stopped everybody. Remember those? Were you guys here for the COVID days? Remember when I had COVID and I made the video? Oh, it was so funny, and we were like going through the documents through the John Hopkins. And talk about the vaccine and how they had little skits of spreading fear to the public. And they even had a little section where like, oh, you have to use this part. If you don't take the vaccines, your grandmother's going to die. That part was actually like in the John Hopkins study. It was so crazy stuff. Absolutely crazy stuff. Good times. I can't believe they put us through that, and people are going to never forget that. I always like to bring it up because COVID, folks, they took like 4 years out of your lives. They put you in a house. They tracked everything you did. They tracked your spending. They tracked universal basic income in some regions. They handed out using universal basic income. They tested it. All those stimulus checks, those were tests of universal basic income. A lot of fraud happened at that time too. Crazy stuff. But I generally don't think Panama. I thought that's at Petawawa. That's Petawawa. I generally don't think Epstein is Satoshi. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna start wrapping this up. Oh, I forgot. So for 2-bit, we're gonna be doing giveaways. We're gonna be putting the live trades in, but we have a private group that you guys have to request to join, and we're going to be, because we don't want any bots, we don't want anything in there. We want this full interactions because there's going to be giveaways. Make sure if you guys are not registered with 2-bit, the link is in the description down below. Okay. Oh, we got a big Gino, $10. You know what we're going to do with that? We are going to put that into XRP. Says, thank you for all of your hard work, dedication, and research, my man. Thank you so much, Pro the Doge. Thank you for the $10 that will be split up between me and YouTube. These guys take a lot. I think they pretty much take like 50% of the tips that are done through these chats. But thank you so much. But here's the link. Okay, I just put this, I'll pin it. And as I was saying, the link is in the description down below for 2bit. And for the giveaways, we will just do the UID. We'll take your UID and then send that over to you. Okay. Where are we looking here? I'm thinking about putting a... If I open a short, I'll put it in the chat. But... just going into the weekend looking like this in the markets is not good. It's not good. Got the Salute X account link. Yeah, I could put it up here. Like the Salute account for X would be right here. Oh, and the other thing, I cannot wait. I tried doing it today on the ZAM wallet, but you can't do it just yet. But SLT is going to go into escrow, and I'm so excited. Genuinely so excited for like seeing it in escrow, and we could have like the date that it's going to get unlocked. So we're going to go over that. I'm probably thinking, well, the unlock majority of the tokens is going to be 2030. So the supply for Salute is going to be very low, pretty much. Like as soon as we lock up, and you guys will hear it when we announce it, exactly how much we're going to lock up. Majority of it is going to be locked up right now. So give or take, there's 67 billion. And then we'll have, like, give or take, maybe 55 billion locked up. And then the other 8 billion, we will notify exactly how we're going to proceed with that. Obviously not in terms of selling, but we can't escrow all of the tokens because we need growth for partnerships for the future. So we can't escrow all of them for until 2030. But it's going to be exciting. It's going to be exciting. But the 2bit private group with me in it, the link is pinned to the chat. So obviously you guys know how we're going to end this stream off. We're going to end off the stream with one of the most iconic songs that was written by NFA, that was remixed by our Salute art creator, director. And it is just so many moving pieces put into one video. Truly remarkable. I hope everybody has a wonderful night. And I will see you guys in maybe tomorrow morning's live stream or tomorrow night. I got to get the consistent time out here, okay? So I will confirm that. And I will see you guys very, very soon.
My family thinks less of me because I told them to buy XRP. And all my friends quit texting me cause all I talk about's the XCC. When the price rose, it was just like ecstasy, but then it crashed so unexpectedly, and no one's standing next to me cause I still tell them to buy XRP. Talking about, but I still buy my XRP. If you don't like it, you can suck my TF. more, son. My therapist says let it go, man. I said no, it's all part of the plan. And when the flipping turns the page, I'll be laughing from my yacht's range.